Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jim LaBuda here once again, and today we are going to take a look at the golf swing of your 2023 FedEx Cup champion, Viktor Hovland. Viktor is driving the ball incredibly off the tee, and he does something in his golf swing that you can do that's going to help you add 30 yards to every single drive you hit. But before we go ahead and show you what he does, if you guys are watching this video on Facebook, make sure you follow me here for more tips. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube page so you don't miss any of these great player videos I put out here. So let's go ahead and take a look at Viktor's setup here. Ball position in his stance. Look from the camera angle here. It looks a little bit back, but he's definitely got it a little bit more forward in his stance. We're going to put a line here on his right side. So you can start to see as he starts taking the golf club away, he makes a real nice shift into that trail side there, really loading it up. But as you can see, once he gets here, the wrists are already starting to hinge. So he's definitely starting to put some wrist hinge in here. Definitely a source of power in the golf swing. Now as he starts rotating to the top of the swing, you can see we get to this position here. He's got the nice L formed. This is definitely different from what some other players have out there. We saw some last week where they've got a little bit less wrist hinge here. But again, Viktor is known as a very powerful driver. Shoulders are definitely fully rotating here and his hips are turning too. As he gets to the top of his swing, you can see, look at that. Shoulders are very, very turned. Hips are rotating here. This is really a powerful position to be in. But the one thing I want to point out here is his left arm is a little bit bent up there. We've been taught for many years that we need to keep that left arm straight in the golf swing to be able to maintain that width that everybody wants. But again, based on flexibility and trying to get the club head a little bit further back, it is okay to have a little bit of the bend in the lead arm there. But now let's get into the downswing move that Viktor Hovland does that you guys can copy that's going to add 30 yards to every drive you hit. As he starts coming down in the downswing, we can see how he starts with his lower body here. He really starts pushing into the ground. And what we learned last week was that at this point here in the golf swing, when the lead arm's parallel to the ground, this is when you've got the most pressure in your lead foot here. But what Viktor does at this point, he's pushing down, but what he's doing is he's also allowing himself here to push down in the ground, but he's also pushing back in this direction a little bit. The reason he does that is because now, as you can see from his head position, he's keeping his center of mass behind the golf ball here, and that's allowing him to really slow his lower body down. He's not purposely slowing the lower body down, but by pushing off the ground and pushing back up in this direction a little bit, that's slowing his lower body down, and that's allowing his hands and his arms to really pick up a lot of speed and speed past his head and speed past his torso. And this is where his power, this is where his speed comes in. And that's the move you guys need to make. Too many times we see that lower body really get too far forward, almost sliding forward in the swing, especially with the driver. Keep that center of mass. Feel like that head stays behind the ball a little bit more so you can launch it a little bit higher to get more distance. You can also see his lead elbow here still a little bit bent, just like it was in the backswing. That's something that a lot of, you see the competitive long drive players have. And then as Viktor starts getting into a release here, awesome position. Arms are fully extended. And at this point too, you can see he's keeping the rotation going because his hands are right in front of his chest there. So this is a full rotation of the body through into a really big follow through. So if you guys want to start adding some more power and getting some more distance to your drives, focus on keeping your center of mass behind the golf ball at impact. Do that by pushing, not only pushing up with that lead foot, but feel like you're pushing up and back a little bit. Get a little bit of a diagonal push going, and that'll help you launch longer and straighter drives today.